Hello, and welcome back to Chapter 5 of this Trove Modding Guide. My name is Potato Unicorn, and today we're getting into the good stuff. Finally adding voxels and stuff. We're getting into the actual modding part. It's great, isn't it? Yeah, you're excited, I can tell. Alright, so Chapter 5, basically I'm going to give you a quick rundown, very quick, of just the Cubicle main menu. Literally 2 seconds, and then we're going to get into importing our QB files, putting together our actual Neon Ninja, and yeah, just some general tips while doing that. So, let's get into it. This is the Cubicle main menu. These boxes here are basically just your QBCL files, and they're just recent projects sort of stuff. You can see I've got some recent projects, which are decent, but yep, you can absolutely see that, and you can click on them to open them. So let's say let's go to V4 of an old dragon of mine. Yep, it's all in there. So let's just close that, and you can just go to the files. So we want to create a new project, right? Absolutely, just want to dive in, create a new project, get this Neon Ninja built. So let's go into files. As you can see, you can open the file. There's recent files here. There's test files, which I've never touched in my life. And then we just basically want to go new model. So let's click on that. And here is Cubicle. So basic stuff in Trove. In Trove and in Cubicle, Trove with Cubicle, the front is actually the back, and the back is actually the front in this little block, which tells us which is which. Right-click to move around and just view stuff, and it's middle mouse button to just sort of glide around like this. So if we're looking at the front, which is the back, and we move left and right, we can sort of just pan in that sense. But this box is here by default. It's just a project box that you can go into. Wow, that's trippy as all get out. But let's just get rid of that. We really don't need it. So a quick few things. If you try to click through the boxes here, so just left click, it won't select it. If you click on the lines, it does select it and it turns bright yellow. You can also do a drag and it selects everything in the box. As you can see, it turned yellow. Double click on a selected item, so you have to, so since there's nothing in there, we can't click on it, but if we click on the box and we just double click, it goes into it. Wow, that is really trippy. So we don't need this. So let's just get it out, and by doing that, we just click backspace to delete a unit, as I call it, and it's gone. So now we want to import our QB files that we have been dreadingly, sorting out and getting that done. So we have our QB files ready for the Neon Ninja. So as we do that, you can see the arrow pointing down with the 3 bits here. Get that, and mine defaulted to open to QB export, but you can, do the live thing and go there yourself. Let's go to Trove Modding files. Let's go to costumes. Let's go to Neon Ninja Tutorial Project V1. We want our QB files, and let's just get our torso in. And there we are. That's imported. That's great. There's our torso. Looking good. Looking nice. And as I was saying, we're clicking on sorry, I clicked on the box there, but we're clicking on parts between the box and the actual voxels. It's not selecting, but now if we click on the voxels themselves, it selects the actual part, and it highlights around the work area that we have. Really helpful. So let's double click on that to go into it. I completely forget if by default it's on this view. What I mean by that is it usually has a wireframe which shows the actual blocks. It's quite helpful and very useful for just new people that aren't used to voxels. I'm usually, doing a lot of color work, shading, details work sort of stuff. I like doing that. So my view is actually off the wireframe, and I know what voxel is, big and how big it is and where it is. So I usually don't do that. But for this, we're going to keep wireframe on. So it's just view, work area, wireframe to turn it off and on. And that's just a basic view setting. So as we come out, of course, it doesn't show us the wireframe, but if we go into it, it does. So that's the body. Let's start importing a bit more. So while we have this, let's just import our second item, and I'll tell you about the move tool. So let's go, what do we want? Let's get some help here. So let's go back to the mod idea generator page that I haven't closed. Let's go to the database, let's go to collections again, and just make our way over to the Neon Ninja, the level 10 costume. Down here, that's Lunar Lancer, Neon Ninja, there we go, level 10. And let's just Windows key left arrow to make that half our screen. Let's go to the mod info. We'll grab, let's just cancel that for a second, and let's just Windows key right and get that onto the half of the screen. So that just sort of makes it a compact view. We can scroll down and see the parts. There's the torso, there's the thigh. Really, as we stated before, I think it was in just the last chapter recently, you can go to static and you can see where all the parts are supposed to go. So as you can see, this is the chest. And it's good, that's great. So let's, do that. Let's just Windows key right again to get that to where it's supposed to be. And let's just pan back to where we're supposed to be with the view. So, rule of thumb, you see this part here, usually the QB files that we import will spawn here. And another way to actually import those, well, you can just use these tools here. So let's go shoulder, the right shoulder. While it does import there, let's just delete that for a second. We can go to the QB folder here and just drag it. Let's go to the right shoulder again. Let's just move that onto there, and as you can see, it's popped up. So a quick reminder, we're going to learn about, the move tool, which is, you see these 3 points? These are basically the axis of the actual plane that we're on. So this is, left and right. This, considering where you're looking, is also left and right, back and forward. This is up and down. And yeah, that's how you use the move tool. Basically just shows that. If you click off it, it doesn't. You can't move it. So let's get this onto where it's supposed to be. As we can see, we're looking at the right shoulder. So this is the left. This is the right. So let's just go around to where we're supposed to be. This is supposed to go onto the right shoulder here. Let's just drag it up. That's lined up well. And let's zoom in, so you can use the mouse scroll wheel to zoom in. And where's that supposed to be? It's supposed to be just in line with that in the front. So let's just see where we're supposed to be. So you can also press F when you select something, and it will center the camera on it. We don't want that though, so let's just zoom out of that. I'm sorry it's taking so long. My scroll wheel is actually broken, so I'm using buttons. So as you can see, that's supposed to line up with that. That's just one block back, so let's just drag that forward, and there. That's where the shoulder's supposed to be. Great. And that's basically how you import and build the model. You just kind of line it up with that. That's the best way to learn how to do it. And it's just really, really, really simple in that form. So I would show you building all the Neon Ninja, but I won't. I'll just build it off screen in preparation of the next part, but I will just add in one more part. So as you can see, let's just do a thigh. So let's do the left thigh. And as you know, that gets put into the middle here. So let's just move that. So we just want to line it up. So let's do this. You can also click on the faces of the block, and it will move the camera like that. So you can line that up, and it's on the left side. So if we actually went around to, and you can click the arrows here to move the back, this is lined up with the left. Let's just drag that up. Let's just go to the left side, or the right, sorry. And just move that a bit forward, and that's on our body. So where's that supposed to be? It's left thigh is just here. It has one block there, and it's there. Okay, so let's look where we're at. So it is just a bit too far, so we are going there. That's our left leg. That's where it's supposed to be. That's where it's supposed to line up. As you can see, it's supposed to be here, and it is right there. But that's basically how you build it. Just make sure you watch the static image, build it the same way, and make sure everything lines up. Just choose like 2 blocks. So I chose this block, and I just made sure that it's this location and that location on where it's supposed to be. And that's basically how you import and build your model. So look forward to the next part. It's going to be fun. Thanks for watching, and good luck.